Okay, good morning. My name is Dave Stella with DSI Medical Services. Thank you for joining today's training session. Again, we ask that you please turn off your cameras and mute your phones for the duration of the call to eliminate background noise. This session will be recorded and we will move forward now. So we're excited to show you enhancements to DSI Live that will really provide you with a better user experience and much better turnaround time on negative test results. So your feedback has been valuable in forming this version of DSI Live, kind of DSI Live 2.0. Today's training session will focus on the following tasks. Really the basic navigation within DSI Live, which primarily includes how to view drug screen results. If you currently send your applicant or employee to a collection site with a paper chain of custody form, this is the area where you will obtain your results. We feel strongly you'll really like the features. Additionally, the chain of custody form upload. I know many of our clients do tend to get a copy of the chain of custody form before we do. This will give you also the ability to do an upload right into our system rather than having to fax. There's a unique upload feature that will be very beneficial for you. Then also the basic overview of random selection views, how to view those folks for those that have a random program managed by DSI. You'll have the ability to view your random selections right here in this system as well. So just some housekeeping things. It's not likely that we'll have time for a live Q&A. If we do, we'll certainly open it up to that. So please place your questions in the chat section or email them to our customer service at dsimed.com mailbox. We'll be forming a frequently asked questions document after this session, and those will be posted out on our website as well as within DSI Live. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Joe, who will conduct the training today. Again, we appreciate you being on mute, and if you have questions, please place them in the chat. Okay, Joe, over to you.
Okay, Dave, great. Welcome, everybody. Just want to make sure, Dave, everybody can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent. So as Dave mentioned, we're going to show you some features of DSI Live, the new version, as he said, 2.0. Very excited to be able to show this to you. First off, and you'll get all this information by email on the website and everything. The portal address you see up on my screen is portal.dsimed.com. So that's the portal address to log in. You will receive an email with your credentials to log in, including the portal address. Your credentials will be your username and your password. Most likely your username will be your email address, and your password, you'll be prompted to change it to a password of your liking once you're able to get into the system. Everybody should have a unique username. You should not share users in this system. It is extremely secure. It has confidential information, and we want everybody to have their own username. If you have trouble logging in, let's say you forgot your password and you entered it in wrong over 3 times, you will get locked out of the system. You go down to the very bottom center of the screen, there's a login help, and you'll be able to enter your email into the login help. The system will send you back an email to reset your password. If you have other difficulties, you can always contact DSI customer service. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I'm logging into a demo account. And again, I have a username and a unique password. I'm logging into a demo account, and you land on a landing page that will have some information in the big white screen to the right. And on the left, you have the navigation panels. Primarily what you're going to be using is occupational health screening. So you're going to go to the plus sign, and then you have the various functions for occupational health screening. Most likely, you're going to always go to all recent cases. All recent cases is everything that's going on for your company, tests that are in the system that are either pending getting results or actually have completed results. If you look down below this top left, there's a date range, and the date range defaults going back 90 days. But if you're looking for something prior to 90 days, you can change the date range so that you can see more data. So I'm changing it so I can see more data because we have demo results going back further than 90 days. So you have a grid of data. It's kind of set up like an Excel spreadsheet. And you can actually choose what columns that you want to see or not see by clicking in any of the column headings, going to the columns. The boxes that I have checked are the boxes that I am viewing. The boxes that are not checked, I'm not viewing, but I can certainly add boxes to view more information. Once you get it set up the way you like it, okay, you can go down to the bottom and hit customize and just hit save. And the next time you log in, your preferences of how the columns are set up will be available for you here. So if you're searching for an individual's result, you can search here by any of the data fields that you see that are showing. So I can search by the Social Security / employee ID number, which for FMCSA would be the driver's license state initial and the driver's license number. It could be a social, it could be an employee ID, any one of those things. You can search by first name, last name. You can search by specimen ID number. So if you have the specimen ID number, that's probably the most unique thing to search for to find that particular result. But if you're just looking for a particular person, you can search by their ID number. So going to the search up on the top right, you see all the different fields that you can search for. So I'm going to search for the employee ID number, social number, whatever it might be. And make sure you start at the far left. And I search and I pull up and I see that Bob Test has 2 results in the system. Okay. One is a urine test because I brought in the specimen type, and one is a breath test. Okay. You can go over to the left and hit the plus sign, and you can see more information about this particular test. Okay. On this particular test, it is pending. Okay. There's no result in the system yet. If there was a result, you would see the date that it was collected, and you would see the date that the lab received it. And then finally, when the MRO gets it, you would see that date. And when the MRO releases it, you'll see that date. So if we go over to this other one below here, we see it was collected on February 11th. This is a breath test, so there's no lab. The MRO got it on February 11th, and the MRO reported it on February 11th. To get out of a search, we just hit clear. And again, we can go and we can search for any result. If we take a look at another one here, a urine test, we see it was ordered on February 11th. It was collected on February 11th. The lab got it on February 11th. It was received by the MRO on February 11th and reported on February 11th. To look at the actual result, any record, you click into it, it turns blue. You can go up top to result. You can pull up the actual paper result, which you can then, you can print or save. Not really any reason to, because it's always here for you at all times. You can see this particular result, it was canceled. And the reason it was canceled was because of an invalid result, and creatinine and specific gravity levels were out of range. So again, you can print and save the result. It's a PDF document that you can print and save. So searching is very easy. All recent cases allows you to search for anything going on. If you don't find it here, it means the MRO system has not received it yet. So it's potentially still at the lab, or potentially still at the collection site, or potentially the donor never went for the test. If the MRO office has received the specimen result from the lab, you will see it here, okay? And if you go to pending results, these are just filters of all the records. Go to pending results, and I'll flip my date range again. I don't have any pending results. Pending results are results that the MRO has and they are working on, okay? And then completed results are results that have actually been reported by the MRO. So if you know it's been completed, and you want to pull it up and look at it, and you want to get more information about the particular result, you can come here and find any of these results. You can search any way you like. You can see, what's going on with the particular result, if there's a document or anything of that nature. If we take a look at one that is positive, this is a DOT test that is positive, and we see that the drugs are listed. The information about the company and about the donor, where it was tested, the lab, the collection site, the screening and confirmation levels, and the signature by the medical review officer. So you can pull up that result. You can also pull up any documents attached to the result, which for DOT, you'll always have the CCF document attached to the result, and that can be pulled up. This is just a sample document, not an actual CCF. So that's searching for results. Again, you can search for anything. You can actually move columns around if you like to. You can drag them and drop them. And again, you can hit customize and save the way you like it. Dave mentioned uploading CCF forms, custody and control forms. Sometimes the employer may get the copy of the CCF form, the donor signed copy, before the MRO office gets it. Okay, there are two ways to upload those CCF copies so that they get attached to the test record in the system. The first way is what we call our secure document uploader. Okay, and simply you'll set up an email, you'll be able to log in to the secure document uploader. You can get to that secure document uploader by going down to the bottom of the DSI Live Portal page and going to secure document uploader. And then you'll just put your email in, you'll be able to set up an account. Once you have that account, you can scan your CCF form and you can drag and drop them into this query, and you'll be able to see, you'll be able to say upload. So I'm gonna pull one up on my computer, and I am gonna drag and drop it in there so you guys can see how that works. Just give me 1 second here. So this is a normal way of setting up the upload, and this is when there's no urgency involved. You're not waiting on a result. You may not even see the result in the system, but you have the CCF and you want to get it uploaded into the system. And this is really the best way to get it uploaded into the system. So you just drag it, drop it, and say upload, and now the MRO office has it, and they'll attach it to the case. Very, very simple. The other way to upload is when you have a test that, let's say, is pending. So we go back to all recent cases, and you see a test that is pending, so it doesn't have a result, and you're waiting on the result, and you have that CCF copy. If you get that CCF copy uploaded, it can then be used to close out that case rather quickly. So this is kind of when you have an issue where you're waiting on a result, you see it here, it's pending. So you click on the result, and you can go up to the very top menu to where it says upload document. And you will find that document on your computer. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and find that. So I'm going to find a CCF form. I'm going to say, what type of document is it? It is a customer CCF2, and I really don't need a description. I hit submit. And that document is now uploaded right attached to this case. Okay. And I can go up here and I can see the document that I've uploaded, and this will enable the MRO team to quickly process and close out this case, because the only thing they were waiting for is the donor signed copy of the CCF. Okay, so this is a federal DOT test. The MRO cannot release it without this donor signed copy. Typically, the MRO does receive the donor signed copy from the collection site. But as everybody knows, with paper forms and humans involved, sometimes that doesn't happen. So if you have the form, it's really good to get it uploaded. If it's urgent, you'll upload it right here directly to the case. If you don't see the case in the system, means the lab hasn't reported it yet to the MRO, then use the secure document uploader. Okay, so again, search is very powerful. I can search by someone's name. It's not the most unique thing because people have similar names. You see I have 4 different Bobs in here, but if I have his ID number, I can easily find the right Bob that I want to find a test for. So I can search for Bob with the correct ID number. And I see that Bob has 2 tests currently in the system, and I can see his results either in all recent cases. They could be pending MRO or they could be complete. And you can go to pending results just to see the MRO pending results. And you can go to completed results just to see all completed results. And remember, these are filters. All recent cases shows everything. All these other items are filters. And with that, I'm going to go to the random section for those DSI customers who do randoms. This new DSI portal will manage the random testing program. If you do randoms, you'll have visibility of your random testing program. I go down to the start menu and I say randoms management. And then I'm going to say active pools. It's going to give me a search grid, but you guys will probably only have 1, 2, or 3 pools. So you can just hit search and pull up everything. You're not going to see a whole bunch of pools like I'm seeing. You're going to see only the pools for your company. You might have a DOT pool. You might have a non-DOT pool. Maybe you have a union or a hair testing pool. That's all you're going to see is your particular pool. Okay. So once the pool is set up, you will see this here. You'll work with the DSI randoms team to they'll get the pool set up from the information that they currently have. If you are in the habit of uploading your own employee lists, you can do that here right in the system. So you can say upload entities, and we will, DSI customer service randoms team will provide you a spreadsheet template that looks just like these items right here in the middle. And this is the information that you need to upload a random roster. The SSN column is for employee ID, CDL license number, SSN, whatever you particularly use. You'll see when you get the spreadsheet template that certain fields are in bold are required and certain fields that are not in bold are not required. But there is an option to upload 2 different IDs, perhaps a social and an employee ID number, or perhaps a CDL number and an employee ID number or social. So you'll get instructions on uploading your employee list. You'll have them as an Excel or a CSV file on your system. You'll find the file and you'll upload it. Once you upload, you'll be able to go into the pool and see that you have employees in the pool, okay? And you can go to entities up at the top and you can view the employees that you've uploaded into the pool. If you have multiple locations, they'll be designated by location. If you only have 1 location, you'll just see 1 location name here for these particular pool members. So the best time to upload this with a fresh and current roster is before, if you're doing monthly randoms or quarterly randoms, right before the first of that selection period, so that you have a fresh current list. But you can remove somebody from the pool, the minus sign over to the right. That only takes them out of this pool. So if they're in multiple pools, you'll want to edit them. Let's say they've left the company. You can go down to, you can go down and change their status from active to inactive. and the reason, if they were terminated or if they're extended medical leave, whatever it might be, you can take them out of the pool. So I had 15 there, and I'll only have 14 people. And if they were in any other pools, they came out of that pool also because they were terminated. Now, once you run randoms, let's see if we have, you can go to, well, you can go up top to what we see periods. And for this particular pool, we've run period 4, 5, and 6. This is a monthly pool. So if we click on period 4, we're going to see the people that were selected for drugs. No one in this pool was selected for alcohol. These are all the selections. When we see a drug case number, that means a test has come back into the system. So this person has been tested. If you don't see a drug case number, the person hasn't been tested, or they didn't use the right IDs to match up to the random selection. You can also actually pull up what we call the selection list. You can click on that period of time, go to selection list, pick your customer, which is, you're only going to see one yourself. You can do it by location or all of your locations. And these are the random lists that you'll get when there is a random selection. You'll get a list of who's been selected for each location you have. If you only have one location, then obviously everybody will be listed in the one location. So these are the random lists that the system automatically generates when the random testing is done. You can work with the randoms coordinator at DSI to get more information and to learn more about the randoms. I also just want to talk about another feature here. If we go close out of this box and we right click on this random pool, there's a view reports. The report we most often use is what's called the advanced compliance report. And there's various filters on this report. I always use the complete report. You can pick the latest cycle period to get the information for that particular year up to date. So I'm going to pick up through July, or you can put a date range like first of the year to the end of the year, but the latest cycle report will give you the same results. And you can see the compliance report. The compliance report tells us what's going on with this random pool. Are we in compliance? How many people do we have? How many average employees? What's our annual target? How many people have been selected so far? How many tests have been completed so far? And how many are remaining? So in this particular case, there's 143 tests that haven't been done yet, okay? The system will tell you more details about who's been tested and who hasn't been tested. So you can easily see that you've got people that have not yet been tested. Let me just run this all for the whole year. I think we get better results there. So we can go from January 1st. And this is a demo environment, so I'm not sure exactly my data that's in here. So basically the same thing. Now, one thing that's kind of neat, you can also go and view reports, okay? You can also schedule reports. So I can go up here at the top and say schedule, and I can say add schedule. I'm going to pick myself as the DER, whoever it might be, okay? And you'll only see the DERs for your company. I picked the advanced compliance report. I want it to be emailed to me, so I remember to look at it. I want to get it monthly or quarterly, whatever it might be. And I want to get it maybe on the 20th of the month so I can see where we are towards the end of the month. And I will submit, and that report will be emailed to me every quarter based on the schedule. And I can also go right here and send it right now to myself or whoever it's been set up for, so that I can actually go at any time and look at that report and send it to myself or I can just go to View Reports, Advanced Compliance Report, and I can pull up that report. So we covered finding results. We covered uploading the CCF forms. If it's not urgent, you don't see the result in the system, use the secure document uploader, okay? If it is urgent, you can go back to customer administration. You can use the start menu to see all your options, customer administration, all recent cases, and you can upload a document where you have a result. You see it here and you're waiting on it. You want to upload that document to get it reported back to you as quickly as possible. Obviously, if the MRO received it appropriately from the collection site, they already have it and you will already have seen it been reported back to you. Dave, I don't know if you have any questions for me or if you wanted me to cover anything else. I think we're good on time still.
Joe, I think you've covered a lot. So thank you very much. I just don't have many questions in the chat, so I don't take that as there are no questions. So what I would offer folks on the call up is that we will be, again, doing a recorded version of this will be posted within the DSI Live site, which you don't have credentials for yet, in the next few days. And then once you get access and have your credentials, you'll be good to view this. However, in the meantime, we do have a lot of detailed user guides. So if you are intimidated by seeing this for the first time today, please do not hesitate to reach out to us with a phone call or an email and say, hey, I'd like to get the user guide for what Joe has covered here today. We certainly will be glad to send those out to you so you can become familiar with this as you hit the ground running on your first day. So Joe, I think in the interest of time, I know everybody has busy schedules. Just wanted to mention to everyone that an enhanced feature of the new DSI Live is the ability to place an electronic order. So Joe really just previewed kind of the access to results, but you do have the ability on this system to place electronic orders for drug screen collections and testing, primarily through Quest Diagnostics. The electronic ordering process requires your account to be set up properly in our system. So it's not automatic. So if you'd like to have that feature and see more about that, please reach out to us. Many benefits to electronically ordering, primarily the reduction of collection errors, data entry mistakes, and as well as faster turnaround time on your negative results. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us if you'd like to electronically order and stop doing the rip and tear of a chain of custody form for your donors or your applicants or your employees for randoms. We'd love to have you electronically order as much as possible. We're also excited to announce that in the coming weeks, we have background screening services that we will be offering. So please contact us today to learn more about this exciting new offering. We'd be happy to show you that. A one-stop shop would be great for all of your testing needs and your background screening needs. We'd be happy to show you what that looks like. Thank you for attending today's training session. We look forward to continuing to provide exceptional service to your company. If there are any additional questions that you'd like answered, please don't hesitate to reach out to us to our customer service mailbox. And again, a recording will be available soon after you log in. You'll be able to see that in the tutorial section. So without further ado, Joe, thank you for your time today and helping us with the training, and everyone have a great day. Goodbye.
Okay.